Welcome to Taste of Africa, our holiday special. My name is Yeti Iziani. Today we're going to be working on several African-inspired holiday dishes. We're going to be working on an African roast turkey. Along with that, a lot of side dishes. We're going to be making some pilau, which is an East African rice dish, some bobo tea spring rolls from South Africa, some mashed sweet potatoes, garlic mashed sweet potatoes, yum. We're also going to be making some West African pepper soup, very delicious, along with some garlic French bread. We're also going to be working on some sauteed collard greens and our Facebook fan favorite, fried plantains. So let's get started. Now, as we all know, whenever it's holidays, everyone worries about the turkey. How do you make a turkey? How do you make it delicious? I have got the ways for you to be able to make very, very good turkey, especially African turkey. And I've gotten a lot of email and a lot of questions about how to make turkey the African style. So pay very close attention. I'll teach you how to make this. Now, to make turkey, you have to know what are you trying to end up with? What is your end product for a good turkey? A good turkey has three characteristics, or three signs, okay? First thing is the turkey has to have a crispy exterior, okay? So the skin has to be nice and paper crisp. Also, the number two thing that you're going to need in your turkey is it's got to be flavorful. So there's got to be a lot of flavor in it. I know turkey ordinarily is not a very flavorful bird, but you have to do whatever you can, and I'm going to show you how to do that, how to make your turkey flavorful. The third thing is that your turkey has to be moist. So it has to be crispy, flavorful, and moist. And it does take some dexterity on your part to bring all these parts together in your turkey. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do to make your turkey flavorful is you have to brine your turkey. Now, how do we brine our turkey? Brining is just a process of actually placing your turkey in a solution of salt and water, and having it sit in that solution for some time to add a lot of moisture into your turkey. After the brining, once you roast your turkey, delicious. So I'm going to show you how to make a brine. To make a brine, you would just need to place over high heat, 1 gallon of chicken stock. And I have some chicken stock in here already pre-measured. You want to get some really good chicken stock, you can use a homemade chicken stock or store-bought. Believe me, when it's the holidays, things get very busy, you don't have time to make stock, please get some. If you don't have any homemade, get some from the market. We're also going to need some kosher salt, not regular table salt, kosher salt. The reason you want to use kosher salt is because kosher salt has a larger type of size to it, and it's not as dense as regular table salt. If you use regular table salt in your brine, your turkey or whatever you're brining will come up too salty. So you want to use some kosher salt. I have a cup of kosher salt in here, 1 gallon of chicken. And with that, I have chicken stock in here, a cup of brown sugar. That will add to the sweetness of our turkey. It's going to make it nice and sweet when our turkey is done. I have 2 teaspoonsful of powdered ginger. I have 7 bay leaves. Adds a wonderful flavor to our meal. And I have some bird's eye chilies, the Afrofood brand. Delicious and very strong. This is the African part of our roast turkey, is the hot pepper. So I'm putting 2 teaspoonsful of that in there. And 2 teaspoonsful of freshly chopped garlic. And I have that in here too. 2 heaping teaspoonsful. And we are going to stir this. Any kind of wooden spoon or anything you have, just go ahead and stir that. And what you're doing while you're stirring is you're trying to get the sugar and the salt to dissolve into that chicken stock. When it dissolves, it's going to be, of course, without any kind of lumps or anything in there. Bringing this into boiling temperature would really help all those flavors come together. And we're going to let that boil. And once it's boiled, we're going to let it cool down to room temperature before we continue the brine process. While I'm letting this boil, and I'm going to cover this up so I don't let any of those flavors escape, I'm going to come and start working on where I'm going to place my turkey. In a very big pot, and I have a really big 5-gallon pot in here, you place a garbage bag, okay? Something very easy. You're going to place a garbage bag in there, and you're going to get your turkey. Now I have a turkey here, a nice beautiful bird. Let me show you guys the turkey. I have a 12-pound turkey here. This brine will work for a 12 to 16-pound turkey. I have a fresh turkey that I've already washed and rinsed out, and I've taken everything out of the cavities, both the front and back. Please make sure you check it before you start to brine. I know a long time ago I made a mistake of cooking my turkey with some things still left in it. Let me tell you, it was not a very good Thanksgiving. So make sure you make all the efforts to remove anything out of your turkey. Already cleaned out. Beautiful bird just waiting to be cooked. And we're gonna have in our 5-gallon pot a garbage bag in there, of course, everything nice and clean. We're gonna place our turkey in here breast side down, because we want the breast to get as much of that flavor as possible. There's nothing worse than seeing turkey breast that is dried and not delicious. I mean, just not good. So we're going to place that breast down, and we're going to place other things of our, the other part of our brine solution and our water, ice cold water, into this brining mix. So it's time for me to get my cooled brine mix that I've already cooked, and it's cooled down to about room temperature here. And I'm going to pour that into the bird. It smells wonderful. Along with our chicken stock that we've just cooked and boiled, we can also place some ice cold water. It's got to be ice cold, because we do not want our bird cooking. We want to make sure it's in a cooled down environment. So I have a gallon of ice cold water in here. Okay, make sure the bird is submerged all the way into our brine. See, it's beautifully submerged, and we're going to now tie this up. I'm going to pull the bag up and try and get out as much air as possible. So you're going to try and squeeze out any lingering air and tie a big knot on your bag. And bingo, your brining process is almost complete. What's the next step? The next step is you want to take this brining turkey in the pot or in any kind of bucket that you have, place it in a refrigerator or in some kind of cold area. It's got to be at least 40 degrees. A refrigerator or a cooler with some ice packs in it, what have you. You've got to place that in there. And you want to brine this for at least 8 to 12 to 16 hours. I usually say 8 to 16 hours, but 8 hours is fine depending on how long you would like it to brine, but minimum of 8 hours. So I'm going to place this in the refrigerator.